Here with Jaguars safety Andre Cisco, going into your fourth year in a new system this year. Ryan Nielsen's defense. What have you thought about it so far?
Man, I'm enjoying it. A lot to look forward to as we continue to go through the season and start game planning. But it's been fun throughout camp and OTAs.
So, fourth year, second defensive coordinator. How different is Mike Caldwell's defense and Ryan's defense?
I say there's some different principles on what's our base rules and things that we kind of rely on to win games and be a solid and winning defense. So I mean, obviously some things to adjust to, but overall some techniques that you played before, so it's not too bad of a transition.
So 7 interceptions the last 2 years for you, 4 and 3, good seasons. What do you learn? What do you take the things out of the last 2 seasons that you've done well and apply them to this year?
I mean, just continue to work on the things that are my weaknesses. Let my weaknesses become my strengths and be all strength at some point. But I'm just continuing to just take it day by day. Adversity always presents itself, even while you're out of practice. And so I'm just learning really to work my mind in that aspect, because half of the battle is the mind. Physically I'm in shape. Physically I'm able to do all things, and so I'm just continue to pray and stay mindful of what I need to get better at.
I know in the contract year, this is a big year for you. You saw Josh Hines-Allen last year. He was in contract year. You saw what he did. Do you try to shut the business aspect of football off and let somebody else handle that for you? Or is that still in your mind somewhere?
I mean, I have no say in what goes on in that aspect. But of course, let my team handle that when the time comes. But I want what's for me, and that's what I'm looking to get when the time comes. Right now, just focus on really being a better football player. I don't really like mixing business and football. They don't go well together.
So starters not played much in the preseason. Doug has said maybe a half on Friday night against the Falcons. Yep. It's your first really extended action since the Titans game last year. I mean, it's been limited so far in camp. What is it like to be able to go into this preseason game knowing you've got a half of football ahead of you?
I come out every day ready to play, so for me it's just another day in the office. That's how you prepare and be ready for those opportunities. Obviously a little bit different implications, and obviously not maybe in the win-loss column, but just putting good stuff on film is always important. So I'm glad to just help this defense and just continue to find our identity.
Is it tough to get motivated for these preseason games? You go hard all week in practice, and then you kind of know you're going to get maybe 10 reps or something that first preseason game, nothing last week, and then a full half this week. It's kind of a different mentality these first 3 games. Yeah,
maybe for somebody else. I know for me, I go into the game like it's a game, it's the opportunity. And with football, any day could be your last. So I think taking it for granted and saying that I'm only going to get a few snaps, so the approach is different, is doing you a disservice. I think it's a great opportunity to it's almost a dress rehearsal for the week 1 games and going forth past that.
Last one for me. How do you kind of get past last season? You already turned the page and everything from last year in the finish. Something to prove out here on the field this year?
I think, yeah, as an organization, we kind of owe people a little bit. I think, obviously, there's a lot of reasons to doubt us, and a lot of reasons to use last year as a reason to say that we're not going to be, the team to come out of the South or for whatever reason. So I think just taking it week by week, and we'll look back and appreciate the product.
Chip on your shoulder?
I mean, always. I think, just where I come from, just fighting for my last name as well, and then also really chasing after what God has for me is really the reason that keeps me going.
Good deal.